Hello everybody, so we are finally here hearing Zoe's death story on how I was in debt for 2 years or more and how I almost didn't make it out. So my name is Zoe Ojomu and I am an expert video advert creator. I create premium video adverts for premium brands who want to attract more premium clients, that's more high-paying clients, and more foreign clients. So if you need video adverts that would not just bring you anyhow customers, I'm your girl. Okay, so initially when I thought about this death story, I thought that when I'll be sharing it with tears in my eyes and be like, all the things that my creditors did to me, God will punish you. But see me here, God healed me. I had a lot to learn and I learned a lot during the death story. If you get to the end of this video, you're going to learn some of the lessons that I learned while in debt. So let's get into how I got into debt. Now, I've always been an ambitious lady. At the age of 16, I had started my business. At the age of 17, I started employing staff. So when I started my business, I was like doing different things. At the age of 16, I started selling and packaging, creating and packaging liquid soap to sell to people in my community. I used to knock on people's doors and say, Madam, I have soap. It's 15 naira. That's at that time you could buy soap for 15 naira. So, Madam, I have soap. It's 15 naira. So many people were buying from me because they were like, so this girl just, I'll just wake up in the morning, do my house chores, make up, carry soap and start selling, And as time went on, I packaged these. I started selling to like people's, like, let me just say, in quote, big men houses, and organizations, companies like that. So I've always been somebody that is like, I've been very hardworking. I know how to multiply money. I've always been like just this productive, industrious lady. So it was very easy for people to believe that I could handle money. So when I got into university, I had to stop making liquid soap because it was too heavy for me to carry around and I didn't have a means of transportation. Where do I want to see it? Where do I want to see a car? Where do I want to see it? What I did when I was in school was I started selling popcorn. So I started producing popcorn. I bought my popcorn machine for 29,000 naira. Can never forget, I paid like 3 times and I could make my popcorn myself. Then I started packaging it. So when I started packaging it, I used to sell it like 1-1 in my hostel. And I was tired. I've told you guys now, I'm very ambitious. I think a lot. So I said, why don't I just start selling this thing in wholesale? Like instead of just selling it 1-1 to students, like will you get Zoe popcorn? Almost all my classmates can, in fact, I'm sure some of them will be in the comment section saying, yes, they know about Zoe popcorn. Almost everyone in Fupre, like the school I went to, knew about Zoe popcorn. And, I thought about selling it wholesale and I started posting it on my WhatsApp, like if you want make more profit by selling our products, maybe I was saying maybe get 50 for this amount and stuff. Before I knew what was happening, someone said okay, she wanted popcorn in wholesale. So what happened was that I started supplying her and I discovered that for every 2 days I supply her, she's already requesting for more. Okay, instead of me to just be going there every 2 days, why can't I just create this and make this popcorn in bulk and maybe make for a week? But I didn't have the money to. So here's the idea that came to me. So I decided to post it on my WhatsApp. Like I felt like, okay, if I could get someone to invest, to give me their money, I was going to give them their money back in with profit. So I didn't have anyone to borrow from now. And of course, I don't know anything about loan app and stuff like that. So I just put on my WhatsApp that invest 5k to get 7,000. I can't really remember for sure the figure that I used, but it was something like that. And before I knew what was happening, in fact, I'm sure in less than an hour, I got at least 4 people to give me 5k, and I promised to give them their money back in a week or so. and I used the 20,000 naira that I got to get popcorn to, sell, to be able to, create more popcorn to sell to my wholesaler at that time. And things were going a little bit smoothly, even though what I was doing was foolish, because the profit margin for the popcorn was too low for me to be promising people such ridiculous amounts of profit on their money. Do you understand? So I wasn't wise. I didn't have any financial knowledge, but that was not where my problem really started. Here and there, I thought things were going fine because I was getting money every single day. So even the people I was taking money from, I was able to pay back their money with the profit that I promised them at a particular date. I said I was going to pay them, because money was coming in every day, until Corona happened and the pandemic struck. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this one. So the first day that I actually put out, invest in Zoe popcorn, I had before the next week, I had people texting me that, please, I want to invest 300k in your business. Please, I want to invest 200k in your business. I want to invest 100k in your business. Like, people were willing to invest in my business, and I accepted all those money because I felt, not because I was greedy, but because I felt like it was a testimony. I felt like, this people believe in me, and I felt like I could do something with the money. And then I said, Corona happened and things started becoming like this. Now, at the end of the day, when Corona came and I'll make products and wouldn't be able to sell them, literally I lost, my products just went to waste. And I had no money again because I didn't even know, what I was doing. I was just buying, selling, without even having proper knowledge of profit, this and that. That was when the problem started. And at that time, probably I had 3 people I was owing. But instead of me to just tell these 3 people that, oh guys, this investment that you made with me, Corona has come, I don't even know what to do. I have lost the money. So you give me some time and I'm going to pay you back. I was ashamed and I was afraid. I was embarrassed and I didn't know what to do. So I started putting up on my status again, invest this amount to get this amount, so I started taking from more people to pay these guys. So I took from this side to pay this side, with promising these people profits too. So that's what a lot of us do when you are in panic. When you're in panic, you just start doing things that are not wise. Money is not the problem to solve debt. Mental, financial, and spiritual maturity and strength, that's the way you solve debt. At a particular time, I didn't have any other person to take money from, because literally everyone on my status had given me their money, as in everyone that trusted me or knew me, right? And I had to sit down now and say what is happening, because people started calling me. I didn't know what to say. People started calling me. I didn't know what to do anymore. So I sat down one day and I said, Zoe, calm down. You are in trouble. Write out everybody that you are with their money. And I wrote out everyone that I was with their money, and I discovered that I was owing about 11 people over 1 million naira. Some people's money were about 300, some people's money were about 200, so no different amount. And I was confused. At that time, I had no money. At that time, I had no product. At that time, we're all at home, lockdown, nothing. I didn't know what to do. It was crazy. I became confused. I started panicking. I didn't know what to tell my creditors. In fact, let me even tell you what I told them. At that time, when they would call me, I was still trying to be bold. I was like, you guys know now there's Corona. Please, let's wait till after the lockdown. I was still thinking that I was fine till after lockdown came. And so Corona came and passed, and I still didn't have any money to give these people. That's when I sat myself down and I said, what am I really doing? Because I was already in debt of over 1 million. and I needed to pay these people back because I'm not a thief. I just made a mistake. I had to find a way out of it. So the first thing that I did here was that I didn't lie. I didn't say things like, when I say I didn't lie, I didn't say things like, just wait. Like I first of all let all my creditors know that this is what happened. Like, I literally had to come to a place where the thing I was hiding from, the thing I was running away from, which is calling them, telling them the truth, I literally had to come to that place where I had to tell them the truth. I had to tell them that, see, this money is gone. I'm not running away. I'm here. I'm going to pay you back every single penny that I took from you. It was very tough for me. I was very depressed for a long time. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't think. This ambitious little girl that was very industrious and everyone trusted, I was embarrassed. There were like, let's say, 2-3 people from my school that had given me their money. I was always embarrassed going to school because I'm like, this is what going to see me again. It was very hurtful. It was a hurtful situation, and so don't think that you're alone. My creditors called me to, threatening, cursing. I remember one time I had to even go check my laptop, and I was browsing if debt was a criminal offense, and I got to know first of all that it wasn't a criminal offense if you borrow money from someone. Or I know this is what everyone wants to hear, but you'll be shocked I actually paid up my debt. So for the longest of time I was sad. At a particular time I stopped doing everything. My parents, everyone around me that didn't know I was in debt started observing that I was withdrawing. I was not eating well because I couldn't eat. In my mind, what do I want to eat for? The 1K that I have, it's all me to use to eat. I'll send it to somebody, to one of my creditors. So I was kind of like in a very bad space until I'm a Christian. One day I had a dream, and in the dream I had gone to heaven. So in the dream I was with some other Christians. Now we're all together. Nobody was asking about whether you're going to hell or whether you are in heaven. We knew that we were in heaven, but I was very unsatisfied. So I had this very huge feeling of unsatisfaction about my life on earth. It was a dream. I was in heaven, but I was not smiling. I was in heaven, but I was like, I was acting like somebody that didn't complete what she was supposed to do on earth. All right, and from nowhere, how dreams can be, I saw Jesus. Right, it was a dream. Please, it was a dream. This was just how God wanted to push me out of that, that circumstance that I was in. And Jesus came out and he's like, I came on earth to die for you so that you will have faith and you'll be able, and he started telling us, so you have faith and you'll be able to do this, you'll be able to do that. What did I die for? What did I die for? I died so that you have this. I died so you have that. I died so you'll be able to do this. And Jesus kept shouting at everyone, including me, what did I die for? What did I die for? Like, it was more like, I died and I died, resurrected, did everything for you so that you'll be able to have strength to go through life, have money when you want it, have good health, have impact the world, do a lot of beautiful things, and use your faith to move mountains. A lot of us have not moved mountains, and there are so many situations in your life that look like mountains. You have the responsibility to move them. Jesus is not going to come down from heaven to move them for you, because he already said that if you will say to this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, then you will have what you say. So This is what God is asking a lot of us. I've done this for you. I've made this promise to you. Why are you not using yours? Why are you not using this promise? Why are you not using the things that I've said concerning you? Why are you not using the power that I've deposited inside you? So I was in that dream and I woke up with hearing Jesus say, what did I die for? And when I woke up, that was the day strength entered me. I told myself, the next time I find myself in depression, I'm sinning against God. The next time I feel so sorry for myself that I'm not able to work, I'm in sin. I took it very personal. I knew that I had a responsibility now to get myself out of this situation, to use the faith that God had deposited inside me to get myself out of this situation. Prior to this, I had spoken to my pastor, I had spoken to a lot of people, but I was still really depressed. I had spoken to people that had told me the right things to do. My pastor had told me to speak to my family members about it. I told my mom about it. And I'd spoken to, I've told my friends, but they really couldn't help me. All they could do was, when I say they couldn't help me, they helped me in the capacity that they could help me. But when I had this dream, or when I had this revelation, that was the end of the debt for me. I'm not saying that's when I paid it all up, but that was the day I received strength to pay up all my debt. That was the day I made up my mind that if my creditors call me, I'm going to pick up. There were times that I would be on the phone, I would be crying, like I would be so down. Somebody would be talking to me on the phone, I would be crying, I would be like, I will pay you back. I will be in hot tears, and I'll be here, I'll be like, please just give me some time. And I don't know if some people knew I was crying, some people, but I outdid myself. I did things that I would normally not do. I started by selling popcorn. I'll have my friends, I'll have my paddy, sends me, 5K. They'll say, use this one to buy. They'll say, use this one to buy corn. At a time, my mom will say, oh, you don't have popcorn again, just go. She'll give me some money to buy popcorn. It's not like they were giving me money to pay my debt back, but somehow I was able to gather. I would just be selling the popcorn little by little the way I could. So I was able to pay little by little, but it wasn't still anywhere. Maybe at a particular time, I'll just be counting my debt down. I'll say, okay, I'm now in 780 something thousand. Because I was averaging like 1,000 products per month. But it wasn't still enough because popcorn was just 50 naira, 100 naira. If we had like big packs to do, it would be like 200 naira per pack. So it wasn't enough. So I went back to school and I noticed that I've always had passion for media. And somebody told me, so one girl just passed and she's like, Zoe, please, can you help me make a video for my business? I had never posted a video on my status that looked like an advert video. So I would just say God used that. So I made a video for her. I did a voiceover and I put product pictures on it. I just had this passion for it, so I was using my phone at that time to do it. So when I made that video for her, she posted it on her status to promote her business, not because she wanted to, like, I was not a video anything, right? So to promote her business. And when she posted it, people were like, who did this thing? Who did this thing? And people started, contacting me. And so many people are like, charge for it, charge for it. See me, Momo girl. I went to go and charging 1.5 for video. Though it was not as good as what I'm doing right now. What we're doing right now is really top notch. Like, I would do voiceovers for 1,500, 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. But I discovered that money was coming in like almost every day, because a lot of business owners, I already had business owners on my WhatsApp, and I just started I kept on publicizing the video thing, and people kept paying. And they were not even asking for discount, because I'm very sure when I tell them 3.5, at the particular time, and I put it at 3.5. When I tell them 3.5, they'll probably be wondering that, who is, like, send me your account number, like, who is this one, before she increases it. I started learning, I started creating videos like that for people. I'll go on Nigeria Brand Chicks page on Instagram. I'll go on different people's page on Instagram, learn how to market my business on Instagram, even when I didn't have money for ads. So all those free teachings helped me. So I'll go and I'll know how to talk to people online, And I started getting money. In like 3 days, I'll get like 12,000. In like 3 days, I'll get like 20,000. So I started sending, like, every single money I was getting, I was sending to my creditors. And one of the things that I didn't do is that I didn't wait for the money to be plenty. So even if I'm owing someone 300,000, I can send the person 5K. Because I already explained to them the situation of things that I was broke. So I wasn't running away, I was not hiding, I was not lying. Right? So I was not lying. That one is very important. I was never lying that, I have money. No, I made them know that, God, I don't get shishi. Right? So I started doing the videos like that, and I noticed that every single time I posted, people wanted to buy. Every single time I posted, people wanted to buy. And that's how I started getting so many orders, I couldn't even handle it again. I had to create a business from it. I had to get somebody to help me create videos while I do the voiceover. Guys, I started Zoe Makes Videos. God used the channel of Zoe Makes Videos to give me enough money to pay up my debt. I can't remember the feeling I had when I was in debt. I can't remember the depression I was facing. All I know is that I am 100 times better than the girl that was in debt. I'm 100 times better than the girl before debt. And I'm so appreciative to God that I was able to go through debt, because it made me a better person. Zoe Makes Videos on a normal day would operate with 3 staff, and 3 staff salaries like 250k. I don't struggle to pay my staff. I'm in a better place. That's all I can't give you figures, but I'm in a better place, and I'm grateful to God that I went through that. I'm actually grateful to God. It built my character. I can't be ashamed of anything. There's nothing to be ashamed of. If you're in debt, it's just debt. You are just owing. It is not the end of the world. You are not a thief. It is not the end of the world. And the same way God gave, if I never stood up to say, okay, let me do something, God will not, because I was standing up to do things, different channels for which I was able to raise money was coming up. I didn't just sit there crying. I tell you, the truth is, I'm not saying that I never cried after the dream. I'm not saying I never cried after the revelation. But guys, like I said, I told myself that for every single time I cry, I'm sinning against God. So for every single time I cry, I pick myself back up again and I say, Zoe, God is with you in this thing. You will get out of debt. And this is not the life that God has promised you. God has promised me that I'm going to be a person of influence and affluence. I'm going to be a person of wealth. I used to call myself woman of wealth. In fact, at that time, I used to call myself woman of all occupation. And my daddy found out I was calling myself woman of all occupation. And he told me one day, he said, why are you calling yourself woman of all occupation? That's something I used to call myself when I was younger. I used to call myself man. He used to hail me man of all occupation because he used to do different things. And he said, no, call yourself woman of wealth. And my dad didn't really know about my debt. Even when I tried to tell him, he's like, you got yourself into that, get yourself out of it. My dad has been my mentor. My dad has been my trainer. So I knew he said that intentionally. He had been my teacher. He has been my teacher all my life. He has trained me in ways that I cannot even think. Like, I'm not even saying, when I say train me, I'm not saying you taught me how to greet, you taught me how to you taught me how to wash plates. No, taught me how to stand in life face circumstances, there's nothing I cannot do. There's nothing I cannot accomplish. There's nothing Zoe Ojomu cannot accomplish. But I can tell you these few things. If you're in debt right now, realize that whether you're in debt or whether you're not in debt, realize that as a person, you're supposed to be working. So if you are working, it means that you always have money to fix emergencies and to, pay up your debt if you're in debt. And you're always supposed to be progressing. So I don't expect you that you are earning 100,000 naira this month, this whole year, then next year I'm still earning 100,000 naira. That's not progression. So if you see me working these days, I work like I don't have money, yet I do have money. So if someone sends me money, also maybe in my kind of business, people send me like 100,000, 200,000, 60k, whatever amount they want to send me. Whenever people send me money, I am thankful to God. I'm not saying I'm not thankful to God, but I don't flinch. It doesn't move me like the way I was before that. I don't receive 100k now. I'm like, oh my God, 100k. No, I probably would just even move it to my savings and act like I don't have that money, and I will still keep working. You see me every day posting. You see me every day on Instagram running ads like someone that doesn't have money. That is just for lack of vocabulary. All right, I'm not saying that it's only people that don't have money that work. But I'm just putting. I always put myself in challenging situations when even nothing is pressing me, just so that I can grow, just so that I can be a better person. So I'm a better person now. We're going to be discussing more on the group. And thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you've learned something. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you didn't. Share this video with your friends, comment, and I'll respond. Thank you.